Okay, for the journal setup, we've already set up most of our journal time, and so we want to go ahead and set up our table of contents. So I want to take this, and I'm doing it on a piece of paper. No, I have not pulled this paper out of my journal. It's out of a spiral that I had, but I've already written my table of contents to start with on page 3. I didn't think about it. So I'm doing it on a scratch sheet of paper, and I'll show you what the finished product looks like in the book. What we're going to do is you're going to draw a line across here, and you're going to draw a line going down. Okay? And we're going to number, and you're going to start on the right hand side because page 1 starts on the right hand side. And you're going to do page 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Now in our book we said that page 1 was a title page. Right? So page 1 is a title page. Page 2 is our safety contract. Now pages 3, 4, 5, and 6 are table of contents. So you're going to write table of contents. You should have everything for every page. So table of contents 4 times. Now we know that we use pages 7, 8, and 9 to make the pocket, so you're going to put pocket. If you want to, you can put unit 1 under it. Or unit 1 pocket. And then on page 10 we did the first 6 weeks syllabus. Okay, now I want you to number, so that is the table of contents here at this point. So now here it is in my journal on page 3, my table of contents like I just talked about. In my journal I want you to turn to page 11, and the title for page 11 is Egg Toss Lab. I should have those back to you today. You're going to turn the page, and page 12 is drawing notes. Okay? And to be brief, all drawings should use colon. A ruler to measure. With. And then it should also use the item to look at. Now it should always contain should have labels, all labels, all parts. It should include or have the measurement, if it applies, most of the time in centimeters, sometimes in meters. And it should include color or a full description. Okay? I need you to copy these down on page 12. These are your notes that we talked about that day. On page 13, we're going to do our pencil drawing. Okay? That will also be graded and given back to you today. On page 14, you're going to put safety rules project rubric. Okay, this will be graded and handed back to you. You'll glue it on this page. On page 15, one of the things that you're doing today is you're making a lab equipment book, and that little booklet is going to go on here, so you need to say lab equipment booklet. And it's teeny tiny, so you can write on that top line. Now on page 16, we're going to put the Rainbow Lab and you're going to draw that chart that is on the paper that everybody used with the data inside of it. Okay, so this is test tube. That's the letter. This is color. And this is amount in milliliters. So you need to make sure these would be A, B, C, D, E, and F. But you need to make sure and include and fill out the colors. And you should have measured the amounts. Okay, and those need to be filled in as well. If you don't have those, you need to come see me. Page 17. You're going to name this one Rainbow Lab as well. And there's a worksheet on the black cart that you need to get. It's answering the front and the back, which is a graph. And when you glue this in here, glue it where you just run a few beads. Say this was the sheet of paper right here. Okay, the back of the sheet of paper. I want you to put 3 dots across the top where there is no writing on the back. This is the graph side. 3 dots across the top. And then fold this in half, not to where it's glued in to the dots. Okay, so you're going to put dot, 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 and then you're going to fold it in half this way. Okay, so that when you put it down on the paper, I can still look at the front page and I can still look at the back page if I want to. So the dot, dot, dot goes on the back with the graph. I'm going to glue that in my page and then fold it in half. Okay? That's on page 17. And then on page 18, the last page we're doing today, and another one of the videos you will watch today if you have time, is the graph notes. The graph notes will tell you exactly what to do when you're doing the graph notes. So this is where you will put that for the graph notes. Now you need to make sure and go back to your table of contents on page 3. And then you can flip back and forth. So we have page 11, and we'll go to page 11. And that's going to be the egg toss lab. Page 12, we'll go ahead and number to 18. Okay, so on page 12, I have drawing notes. On page 13, I have my pencil drawing, which was a warm-up grade. Number 14. Is your rubric from your project. You'll glue this there. So we've got project, rubric. And 15 is our lab equipment book. This will probably be a grade. And 16 and 17 are Rainbow Lab. And then 18 is our graph notes. Now my book is completely up to date, except for I haven't glued the items in it. Now say I get back my my project rubric. I'm going to come to page 10, where my rubric is. And let's say I, which is right here, prepare the major grade right there, and I made a 96. I'm going to write 96 in right there. So now I know I made a 96 out of 100. If you make below a 70, you have the option to make it up. Okay, you can talk that over with your parents and see if it's worth it. This is a major grade. At the time, it is 50% of your grade. I should also, well, I won't have the grade for the checkpoints. So just this major grade, and then for the warm-ups, flip back here and write warm-ups. And the one I gave you back was the pencil drawing. And you're going to put a number out of a number. So it may be 2 out of 3, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. And then at the end of the 6 weeks, we'll add up all these numbers and average them all together so that they make one grade. So when you see your grade on your warm-up on the pencil drawing, that's where it will be and what it means. That should be it for the journal for now, and we will go on to the next thing.